How did I?
It's double eviction night, baby. Who is ready for some of the most exciting Big Brother gameplay you can get all in one night? I know I am. JD's in the chat. He's ready for it. Whew, we're just a few seconds away here from the start of the episode. I think we kind of know who's going to be going home first. It's going to be Victoria. It's going to be Spicy V. We got to see how everything else turns out. Who knows? Maybe we get blindsided on the first vote. Maybe we don't. It is going to be awesome, and I'm here for it. Whew. Man, we can get rid of that music. Before we actually get into the episode itself, might as well go over a few scenarios. To use that great line. I think I can go right here. And boom, look at that. We have our alliance chart up here. You can see on the block right now, we've got Tera and Spicy V. One of them will be going home in the first vote. Rohan came up big, winning that veto, able to take himself off the block. And then it was a replacement of Spicy. She is now on the block, most likely going home against Tera. If Tera goes home this week, to quote Beth from last episode, something went wrong. Something seriously went wrong if Tera goes home in this first vote. Now, after the first eviction, that's where we get into some weird scenarios, and I think this chart will help. So, first off, I'm kind of covering Rohan and Breydon there. Apologies, Rohan. Apologies, Breydon. I don't know where else to put my camera right now. Let's say, right, with the simplest scenario, Jed or Ty win HOH. Well, actually, you know what the simplest scenario is? Kiefer wins HOH. Kiefer wins HOH. He puts up Bray and Rohan. Simple. Rohan wins veto. I don't know what what Kiefer would do in that scenario. Who the replacement would be? Probably somebody like a Tera. Just because he can say, well, I know you weren't going to go home against them, right? That's one of my big predictions, is that Tera will be on the block twice tonight. She will be on the block twice tonight. Now, I don't think she'll go home in any of those scenarios. I think whoever's sitting next to her goes. If I had my perfect pick and what's going to happen, Jed or Ty win HOH. They put up someone like Rohan and Breydon, or even like a Tera and a Breydon, because they don't want to like target Rohan right away. And Rohan wins veto. That is my ultimate scenario, is that Rohan wins the veto during this double, because otherwise, I think Rohan's the one that they're going to target during the two evictions. And I don't want to see that happen. I am team not steamroll, right? Like I do not want to see a steamroll and a continuation of what's been happening this season. So I want more. And we're about to get into the episode here. I'll get a little bit more serious. We'll go to our little watch window. And I'll give you guys a little sync up here as well.
How do I know if you're ever being real now?
I just don't know how much I should keep up
Knock
with the
stuff
lie.
over.
Illusions are everywhere.
It's a cool little intro they got going on right now. See, this is one of the big things I love about BBCAN, is they put a lot of effort in with the editing team on like intros and special packages, even like the stuff they did with the invisible HOH and that weird ghostly figure. Double or Nothing, and they just showed us the preview. There's a big fight we're going to get to see. Let's catch up on the chat here. JD, man, it's going to be tense for the double evictions. Definitely. Spicy V campaigning too hard. Same pitch over. Yeah. She kind of got stuck in that, you know, there's the 7 steps of, you know, grief and 7 stages of grief. She was stuck on the bargaining stage for a long time. She did not want to admit she was going home. So she just kept trying to say, like, you don't have to send me home. I'm on your side. And it's just like, JD says, I just had a nap and dreamt that Victoria was evicted and Rohan was HOH. And then I woke up and I'm just, ooh, maybe you manifested it in your dream, huh? I wouldn't mind it. I would not mind a Rohan HOH because you know what? He would make a move to put up some big targets. He might put up like Jed and Ty. Ultimate scenario. Somehow Beth goes on the block and Beth goes home. That is ultimate scenario. But that only happens a few ways. There's only a few ways I think that happens. Just finishing up the veto ceremony. Rohan, man, he has been playing hard. He's been playing. Chiming in here, Alea? Alea? Is that how you pronounce your name? Not sure. Yes, Beth goes home would be great. Exactly, right? Galaxy Brain. Vic, just reassuring that she knows she's a massive threat, and everybody kind of knows that. Right now, Spicy V, if she's in the game, she wins, right? Like, if she gets to the final, she's the winner. Just give her the crown. If she somehow stays, come on. And even if she didn't go in the first eviction, I have a strong feeling she would have been the target in the double. I don't know, though. Athena HOH. Athena HOH in the double. What does she do? She might just put up Ty and Jed. She might do it. I don't know, though. I feel like Tera 100% puts up Ty and Jed. 100%. If Tera wins HOH, Ty and Jed go up. Tera's probably the HOH, I think. Maybe Beth goes home on. Maybe. But I'm not sure. Also, if anybody needs help watching the episode, all you have to do is head over to my Twitter. The top pinned comment on, or pinned post on my Twitter account is the link to get all the information on how to watch outside of Canada. If you need help watching the episode at all, Hamster Watch put out a great guide on how to do it. So yeah, all the information is found right there. Bunch of people hiding in the LLG lounge right now. Oh, here comes Spicy, about to make her pitch. Tera throwing the BB barbecue. She and Tina won't win a thing. Yeah, I could see that, right? Like them just being like, nah, we don't want anything to do with an HOH right now. Anything to do with a veto, because it puts us, you know, as a target and having to make a decision. But if you were ever going to do it, during the doubles would be a pretty good time. Just saying. Jed just hanging outside the HOH room. That's great. Oh. Honestly, I'm just wondering what would happen if Breydon went. Ooh, yeah, what would Breydon do, right? Because I feel like his smartest move would also be to go after Ty and Jed, right? Or at least one of the isosceles. You know what I mean? Like, that just seems to be you know, the inevitable, right? Three Sheets Marie says they suck. They're unable to win. Yeah, right. They can't win anything, really. At least they haven't tried to win anything, it seems. I don't know. Ty needs to step up and win a veto at some point. Or Ty needs to step up and win anything, right? What Beth is saying here is 100% true. Right now, in the house, V is the best player. By far, right? She is playing the best game so far. It just so happened that things turned out the way they turned out, right? If Rohan doesn't win veto, Rohan just goes home and Spicy's not on the block. I don't think if like Beth or Ty or somebody like that won, well, Beth wasn't playing, I don't think. But I don't think if anybody else, right, won except for Rohan and Tera, I don't think Spicy goes on the block this week. I think she skates free until the double. But as of right now, she's the best player in the house left. And it's my opinion that when the best player is on the block, you send them home. Period. Right? You don't play around. If you have a chance to take somebody out, you do it. Because you don't know when you'll get another chance like that. Especially with Spicy, she's shown how good she is at competitions. She will win. If she has a chance to save herself, she will win. And that's why it was so huge with the 5-person veto. She wasn't even playing in it. So this is a true backdoor, right? Like, there's, I mean, heck, it's even almost a 6-finger plan, kind of, in a way. There's not 6 people in the veto anymore, blah, blah, blah. But it's almost like that, where it's a true backdoor. If somebody wins or plays in veto, can you really call it a backdoor? It's that gray area because they got a chance to save themselves, but didn't. Also, Tera is talking about something kind of emotional here. I missed a little bit of it. I think she was talking about family and possibly her brother who might have passed away. And it would be really big for her to stay and win. But honestly, Tera, I don't think you have anything to worry about. Let's see, catch up on chat here a little bit. Oh yeah, after this break, yep, we are gonna be getting right into it because it don't stop rolling. This double eviction nights, ooh, they are quick. We are in our commercial break, still waiting to come back from the episode. But, oh boy, I love a double eviction. I love a double eviction. There's almost nothing better than a good double eviction. And especially, I always like the episode after the double eviction too, right? Like that one where you get the recap of what happened and what we missed. As we're about to come back to the episode now. Give you a little sync up here.
Tonight is our double eviction. The first vote will be between Tera and Victoria. And the second, well, that's fully up in the air right now. Let's head back
second
inside
evictions,
and be
baby.
sure to buckle up.
Ooh.
We are about to hit.
Looks like Spicy, she knows. She's dressed up nice. She's got a dress on. Whereas Tera is in athletic wear, so she kind of knows she's going to be competing. Showing V make her pitches on why she should stay. But it wasn't going to happen, Spicy. It just wasn't going to happen. Spicy's biggest mistake, and I understand why she did it in the first place, was when she was invisible HOH, she should have just put up Ty and Jed. She could have blamed the whole thing on anyone. Rohan. She could have blamed Rohan. And why she put up Austin and Breydon, I get that she was trying to make it seem like she wasn't going after them and people were going to know it was her. I don't know. She should have played that differently. Oh, here comes the fight. Oh, little house meeting. Gotta love a house meeting. Spicy. I don't know if the house meeting was actually a good idea for her to actually stay or not, but oh man. Spicy. Give you guys a little bit of a listen in.
Victoria's not lying.
Rohan and Spicy just going at it. Oh. What do you think is going to be the next comp type? So the first one in a double is usually some kind of like question, like a quick one, like an A or B type of thing. But they also just did that. So it's possible that it's like almost like a clown shoe type of a thing. I guarantee we see clown shoe. Clown shoe competitions happening tonight. Whether it's the HOH or it's the veto. Spicy. Ooh, she is fiery right now. Before and after is a very good guess. That is a very good guess on what competition it will be. Is it an hour long or 2 hours? I believe it's just an hour long. It's not like a 2-hour special. But that's kind of what makes Double Eviction so fun. It's one night of Big Brother in 1 hour. There's no time to strategize and think. You had to have had a plan beforehand going in. Yeah, it's awesome.
That we were going after them. Like, I don't know why you guys are lying.
Hold on, so are we suggesting that Vic led all these conversations and there were no other active participants?
Yeah, I just brought it up every single night by myself.
I think that's my own, that would be my only
Do
question.
you want me to start throwing shade? Is this how we're playing?
See, it's a little A and a little B, right? Because Spicy was in all those conversations and she was talking and planning on like, hey, if one of us win, we should do this. But at the same time, she never followed through with that. And I also don't think like a Tera or a Tina or even a Rohan would have followed through with putting up a Ty or a Jed. Yeah, man. I don't know. Other than actually putting Ty and Jed up last week when she was Invisible HOH, I don't know what else Spicy really could have done to stay this week. And she has a point to Ty and Jed, right? And Beth. She had the power to put them up, and she didn't do it. Right? Even though she was invisible, at this point, she's admitted it to everybody, and everybody knows that she was the invisible HOH. So, the biggest thing on why they are sending her out, because I do think she would be loyal to them, is what she did to LT, right? And Ty actually had this conversation with Jed. They were sitting in the bathtub. He's like, look, man, it just still does not sit right with me what she did with LT. Because not only did she send her home, she played us while she did it, saying that she was going to put me up if you use the veto. And it's like, oh, you did do that, Spicy. You did do that. Ooh, Tera coming back now. Tera is giving some heat.
I said that because that's 30 days of me not seeing my kids. You
Tera just had the glasses on.
Perfect.
She just had the glasses on, and she's like, that's 30 days. 30 days of not seeing my kids. Damn, Tera. Tara, tell us how you really feel. Tell us how you really feel. Whew. That was fiery. That was whew. That was a heated, spicy conversation. Pun intended on that one. Ooh, now they're trying to have a conversation up in the HOH, but Breydon interrupts it. That house fight was tense, right? It was crazy. There's a video on YouTube of the whole thing that I watched a couple of days ago, and oh boy, so good, so good. Rowan and Tera lied at them. Yeah, oh yeah, 100%, 100% they lied. 100% they lied during that meeting. Oh. Beth Bieda threw Spicy under the bus. Even Kiefer did. Yeah, he didn't say a word. Yeah, I'm with you, Rashad. Let's just get the eviction over with. But it is nice. They had to show us this. I would be upset if they didn't show us this. Like this is important to the story, and I've been a little iffy on the edit, on how they've been editing the show compared to what we're seeing on the live feeds. But this hugely important. You can't skip over this stuff. Kiefer. And this is them having the conversation of like, look, Vic did look pretty good in the meeting, right? Like, she came off kind of truthful, but at the same time, they know what she's done in the past and they know what she's capable of. And that goes back to my theory in Big Brother of like, look, if you have a chance to take the shot at the best player in the game, you take that shot. You don't leave him in there. That's what we saw as we're getting ready to go to commercial break. That's what we saw in All-Stars in BB22. Tyler was up on the block, and they didn't take him out. Who was Ian up against? Was Ian up against Tyler or David? I forget. But Ian, when he left, that while I didn't like that Ian left, it's like, yeah, he was best player in the game at that point. You got to get him out. Catch up on a little bit of chat here. Oh, I just saw the rest of your comment, Rashad. Let's get Victoria's eviction over with so I can go cry. I'm with you, right? Like, I kind of don't want her to see her go because she has been playing so well. But it's like, you have to. When you have this chance, you have to take that shot. Tera gave very BB20 vibes on my daughter's birthday. On my daughter's birthday. You're going to do this to me? Hey, you know, when Rockstar told Brett how the vote was gonna go and she was gonna flip it, you know, can't believe it. Can't believe that Rockstar would do that. That's one of my favorite Big Brother lies, right? Of just a spun tale of like, yeah, this is completely fabricated. Half the house knows it's fabricated, but the other half has no clue. They're buying into it almost. Oh, 100% Victoria. If they, and I don't know if they ever will do an All-Stars. There's been some rumors that 10 would be All-Stars, but I don't know. If they do an All-Stars, Spicy is 100% a lock. A lock. She is absolutely an All-Stars member, right? If they ever do it, she's in it. Yeah, Spicy will be the first jury member. Jury starts tonight. Tonight is how when jury starts. Rohan rocks 3 back-to-back. Yes, right? 3 back-to-back vetoes. I'm really hoping, fingers crossed, that he gets a 4th. Tonight, I'm hoping he gets a 4th back-to-back-to-back. Is that enough backs? Maybe. Let's see. Did I miss anything in the chat here? I think that's everything. Maybe. I don't know. If I missed you, sorry. Still in a commercial break here. Once we get back from the break, I'm pretty sure that we're going to be getting the vote. I'm pretty sure the first vote has to happen right now. Because at this point, you're almost not going to have enough time. So I think at this point, we have to get the vote. And we are back from the commercial here. Give you a little sync up.
We're also letting the house guests know that the jury starts this week. So let's not waste any time. We're heading inside.
Yep, we're heading inside. She's going to inform everybody that jury's starting, and then we're going to get into the vote. They're all excited as they're finally being told that they are heading to the jury house. And it's time for the vote. We're getting the lights. They're darkening. I so love that. I love that. Making it all dramatic inside the house. Like I said, BBCAN production, top notch. They always put like a lot of work and effort in. As we're getting Tera's speech here.
You proud. House guests, it has been 41 unbelievable days. At the end of the day, this is just a game, and if I am good for yours, please vote for me to...
Standard speech. You know, if I'm good for your game, let me stay, blah, blah, blah. Spicy's giving her speech.
One of the dirtiest back doors of all time. I forgive you because
Dirtiest back doors of all time.
To all my haters, honestly, we all got picked out of 10s and 10s.
I wouldn't necessarily say it was the dirtiest of all time, but it is a pretty good back door. I'm not gonna lie, this is a pretty good back door that happened this week. Even though Beth was like, I don't know if I want to do it or not. All right, Breydon will be the first to vote. Breydon's in all black, by the way. Like, he looks like he's ready and focused.
I cast my vote to evict Victoria.
Thank you.
That's 1 for V. And I think it's fairly obvious. We all know what's going to happen in this first one. Tina up next.
To evict.
I vote to evict Victoria.
Thank you.
2. What's going to take? 4? 4 would be a tie, I think.
Victoria.
Rohan. I guess they're going to make it unanimous. No reason not to, I guess. Here comes Ty.
I sadly vote to evict Victoria.
Thank you.
And that'll do it. That will do it. Anybody who is just joining us, if you need help watching the episode along with us, all you got to do is head to my Twitter. It is the top pinned tweet on my Twitter account. Lets you know how to watch the episode along with us. We just saw missed Kiefer's vote, but V. Jed also going for V. Sad. It's a little sad because she was the best player left in the game and she gave us so much entertainment because she not only was playing the best, she was playing a messy best, right? Like, it wasn't a perfect game. She's got her keys on too. This might be the first person who's hugged everybody. This might be the first person who has hugged everyone in the house. Just a big group hug. Everybody seems to be like mad as they leave, so they only hugged like a few people. Oh, now she's twerking. She's twerking on the stairs. She was twerking on the stairs. It's kind of a shame to see her go, but again, like we were discussing a little earlier, she is 100% an all-star. She will be an all-star if they ever do it. Heck, if they ever did a dream of mine, an actual Big Brother US versus a Big Brother Canada, I would love to see her on that too. Arissa giving the interview, asking her if she thinks there's anything else they could have done. She's exactly like Rachel Riley, colored hair, first jury, back. Hey, Rashad, that's a pretty good comparison actually, right? Like she's got that huge personality as well, like and fiery. Not everybody's cup of tea either, right? That is a very good comparison, Rashad. Very good. Let's see. Boom ba boom bada boom, and now oh wait, the next HOH. I like that, JD. Marie, I like to see Morris. Yeah, oh, she would be good on the challenge. They don't have anybody who has gone from Canada to the challenge, but I mean, why not, right? Like they do the international things where they bring in people from other stuff. They've been bringing in a lot of Big Brother people. They've brought in people from what was there were two people. The guy who was just on this season who was partnered with Lolo Jones. What was his name? But he was from I think like Ninja Warrior or something like that, like American Ninja Warrior or whatever. Like where he did like obstacle courses. And then they also had oh, they're letting them know. They're letting them know it's the double.
I have some more news for you. Tonight is, you guessed it, a double eviction.
Double eviction night, baby. Which, I mean, like, they already kind of have an idea, and maybe it could be when they tell them to wear the athletic gear. It's like, yeah, it could always just be a physical competition, but they usually have a little bit of an idea that it's coming. Heading into the next break, as Arissa tells us not to go anywhere. Don't worry, we won't. We'll be here waiting for the HOH. What was that? We were talking about the challenge a little bit. Yeah, I would really like to see Spicy. I think she would do pretty well on something like that. And she brings that like drama, entertainment, excitement where she's not afraid to like call somebody out and, you know, say it like it is. And that's kind of what you want on those type of shows, you know? I really am hoping. I'm really hoping. Who do I want to be HOH? When we started the stream, we already went over worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, Kiefer. Kiefer is worst case scenario HOH. It's just boring. Absolutely boring. Best case scenario, Rohan or Breydon, maybe. Second best case scenario, Tera? Maybe a Tera would be a good HOH. Yeah, JD's got it. Rohan, Breydon, Tina, or Tera. I think that is our best case scenario on who wins. Maybe a tie and a Jed, because maybe they might not want to go after Rohan, and like show that as like, look, we didn't even go after you in the double. Like, come on over to our side as we get rid of all these, you know, people not doing anything. Who knows though? Who knows? Make sure my link is still good. That one froze, but we always do have the backup if we need it. We'll see if it comes back or not. But as we continue to wait here for the HOH to start. Oh, looks like we're coming back, maybe. Let's see. Let's reload the link. Again, if anybody needs help watching along with us, you head over to my Twitter. Top post on there gives you all the information on how to watch. I do always have a backup that is outside of what is recommended. So I will be able to inform you on what's going on if things are going down. My backup link is a few minutes behind. To give you an idea, my backup link going to commercial break right now. So it's a bit behind on what most of us are watching. But let's see if the original, I think the original link might be back up. Yep, original link's working fine. All you got to do, head over to my Twitter, and it gives you all the information on how to watch along with us. I'll give you a sync up.
Victoria has already been evicted this evening, so we need a new head of household. Let's get to that right now. Hello, house guest.
Who said before or after? Who said before or after? Who said it? Someone in the chat called it. Olea? Olea? I think that's how you say your name. You called it 100% that it would be before or after. I'll give you a little peeksy on what it looks like. Pretty standard double eviction setup where you don't get elaborate stages. It's got to be quick. Yeah, Alea? Is that how you say it? If I'm saying it wrong, let me know. Great job. Great job. If I had a cookie, you would get it. A virtual cookie for you on calling before or after. Bray, Ty, and somebody else got a point. Before or after a bloodbath? Man, I don't even... Almost everybody answered before except Tina and Tara. The answer was before. Kiefer, Deshaun, and Breydon are in the lead. Ooh, these are hard questions. Was Sludge added to Julie or to somebody's thing in the first HOH competition? I would not remember that. Breydon knew it was after. Breydon 100% knew it was after, but he got it wrong. He was pointing at after. Kiefer and Ty are tied for the lead right now. Kiefer answered after. What's Ty doing? Ty answered before. What? Kiefer is in lead. Oh no. Oh no. This is worst case scenario, people. Worst case scenario is happening right now. And then Kiefer and Ty answer the same. Kiefer's probably going to be HOH. Kiefer wins. Kiefer wins. Also, weirdly, the audio is like out of sync on Video Brother, but either way, we're still seeing what's happening. Who's chiming in here? Teacher's saying best case scenario. So, teacher, I'm not like 100% against Kiefer. It's just I would have rather somebody else win because it would have been more exciting. Rohan has to win veto. Has to win the veto. Man. Oh. I feel like Breydon threw it. I feel like Breydon threw the HOH. He either threw it or he just made the mistake of answering and then realizing, oh no, it's that. Rohan is your first nominee. And Breydon. The obvious choices that Kiefer would put up. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Kiefer winning HOH was worst case because it's boring and I knew what was going to happen. We need a Rohan veto win as we're about to head to commercial break. Also, I think if I refresh here, I should be able to have fresh audio again as we're in the commercial break waiting for the veto ceremony, well, the veto competition, and then we'll have a better idea of who actually goes home. Right now, if nominations stay the same, it's going to be Rohan. Rohan's going to be who gets evicted if he stays up on the block, and that's not good. That is not good for our entertainment. We want exciting stuff to happen, not what's supposed to happen, right? Like, oh. All right, let's catch up on some chat here while we're still in commercial. Let's see. The ball pit is waiting for that, right? Yeah, the ball pit. What is the ball pit going to be used for? Nobody sleeps in it, right? Like, what is going on with the ball pit? Let's see. Rohan going home. Keef. I don't like Kiefer. If somebody says, bye Rohan. Yeah, right. If he doesn't win veto, it's Rohan out the door. Why is the game so rigged? See, and I think though, JD, right? This is a proof that it's not rigged. It's just sometimes things happen in the worst possible way. If you did this competition 100 times, who knows who wins, right? Like, does Kiefer win every time? I don't think so. I also think Breydon threw it. I think Breydon heard he was tied for the lead, and as soon as he was tied for the lead, it almost seemed like he purposely answered wrong, because as soon as he stepped up to before, he was pointing, and he went, that one right there. So I don't know if that was him, oh no, I answered wrong and it's actually that, right? I think we've all done that where, you know, back in school, you were taking a test and you wrote A or you wrote true, and, you know, an hour later, you're like, oh, it was false. I knew that, but it was false. Oh, what did I do? So it was either that or he threw it on purpose because he did not want to make that call. The only problem with that is, let's say Rohan wins HOH right now. Who goes home? Breydon. Right? Because Kiefer, who would Kiefer put up as a replacement? Probably Tera. Probably Tera as a replacement if somebody wins veto. Man. In fact, you know what I'm going to do here? Because this is something I can do. We will edit this so it's right. Pretty sure I can live edit this. As we're coming back to the episode here, I'll give you a little sync up.
To a double eviction on Big Brother Canada. So far, Victoria has been evicted. Kiefer won the HOH comp, and he put Rohan and Breydon on the block. Will one of them...
We're going to get into the veto comp here in a second. I'm almost guaranteed it's going to be Clown Shoe. It's got to be. That's just the standard double eviction veto comp. Oh, it's not. It's some kind of maze. It's not Clown Shoe. Do this. Oh, this is like the shark one that that Ian won. That's what this is. That's the veto it is. I know Murphy's Law, Roe won't win veto. That's a good one. That's a good one. Did Vic go to unanimous? Yeah, Vic went unanimous. Give you a peek. So they have like a sword they have to drag through the maze. It's like a giant version of the shark fin competition that Ian won in his double eviction. Ina looks like she's doing pretty good. She's kind of in the lead. Oh, who's this? Who's it about to win? Is Ty? Is Ty about to win veto? Ty just won veto. I just won the power of veto. Like that. And it was quick. That was quick. Ty's just like, urban planner for what? And that's going to take us to a commercial break here. At the moment, I'm just trying to edit something for you guys to make it kind of nice. Let's see, I got to drag this down here now. Do I still have this selected? Yeah. Come on, go down. Go down. It does not want to go down to where I want it to go. So I need to do this. Come on. Give me what I want. There we go. Yep. That one. Take all the way up. There we go. And then we just need a this for here. Again, just kind of editing something here for you as we're waiting here in commercial break to come back from the episode. And then if I do this and copy that, paste this. Is that good? Yeah, that seems good enough. We'll save that. Yeah, apply. And I mean, I guess technically we could get rid of this too, because none of that matters. None of that matters anymore. Them there. And save that. And let's see, did that update? It did! Look at that! It updated! So now we have Kiefer as HOH. We have Tychon as veto winner. You got Rohan and Breydon up on the block. I even got Spicy grayed out there for everybody too. Now, let's catch up on the chat since I was not looking at any of that. Is Vic in jury? Yes, Vic is in jury. Kind of why I left her picture a little bit bigger and grayed out. Because I guess that's what I'll do with the jury members, make them a little bit bigger. Eventually, I'll add like a jury section, I guess, to this. Let's see. And honestly, now that Tychon won veto, I just don't see them doing anything with it. They will let it stay. Rohan will go home. And I hate to say it, I think there's a leak. I think there's a leak in the BBCAN production office, because there was a spoiler that was posted on Twitter of this exact scenario. Kiefer winning HOH, Ty winning veto, and Rohan and Breydon going up on the block. I didn't believe it, and pretty much nobody on Twitter was buying it. But it looks like it was true. It looks like it was true. Banana. Oh, Marie, that's a good one. That's a good one right there. Can't talk about bananas. We can't talk about bananas right now. Rohan trying to stay, trying to convince Ty to use the veto on him, but I just don't see it happening. Beth wants Rohan to stay. At the end of the day, she'll go with the boys. Yeah, right? Like, Beth's just going to follow whatever Ty and Jed decide, and that will be where her vote goes as well. Ty and Breydon now trying to chat. Let's see. Did I miss anything real good in chat? Probably, and I apologize. I wanted to get this little alliance chart fixed up for you. And even look, do I not have a pretty good pulse on what's going on in the game? Like, Rohan and Breydon literally are not working with like anybody in the game, right? And it just made sense that they would be the two that would go up if either of them didn't win HOH. Here comes the ceremony. I assume he's not going to use it. Again, anybody, if you need help watching along, all you got to do, head over to my Twitter. All the information on how to watch along with us is there for you. He does not use the power of veto. Sadly, I just don't see anyone having the votes for Breydon to stay. It really all comes down to what the isosceles decide to do, right? Like Tina and Tara, they could vote for Rohan to stay, but it does not matter because the isosceles, they hold 3 votes, and that's all you need. I imagine it'll probably be unanimous. Yeah. Pretty standard speeches. Josh was robbed. What up, dude? Welcome back. Long time. Yeah. I think we needed to see more Josh in this game. I think so. And Julie. Josh and Julie. They both left way too soon. Way too soon. We needed more of them in the house. And LT. Almost everybody, man, who left early, it was like, ugh. Beth votes Rohan, and she's like super excited about it. Oh, and then there's a kiss from Beth and Jed. The Rose Show. The Rose Show has got to go, says the Sunsetters. Even though the Sunsetters isn't really a thing. It is a thing, but it isn't a thing. Yeah, it'll be unanimous. That's Tera voting for him as well. The kiss of death. More like the Bermuda Triangle. I like that. I like that, Marie. Yeah, it's just going to be unanimous. They're all going to send home Rohan. And that is just like, oh, man. Am I the only one who's a little annoyed with the sleeping hands anymore? Am I the only one? I liked it when it first showed up. When LT was still in the game. Now, not so much.
Vote of 5-0. Rohan, you have been evicted. Please say your goodbyes.
Look, Rohan, I maybe had the most roller coaster of a ride this season. When his bio came out, super high on the dude. Like, this guy's going to be good. Then the question of, would you rather be loved and lose or hated and win came out. And he answered that he'd rather be loved and lose. I was like, wait a second. And I went way down on him, right? Because it's the exact opposite of what his bio said. Then he got into the house, and I was like, oh, you know what? I kind of like this guy. He's, he's making moves, it seems like. He's, trying to form some alliances and things like that. He's got kind of a good thing going with Kyle. And then he started to make, not so smart of moves and just not going along with the house a little bit, being completely blind to the Sunsetters and everything that was going on there. And I started to go a little down on him. And then he just started winning competitions. And I'm like, this dude, man, I've had the biggest roller coaster with him. I don't know. It's kind of a shame to see him go. Rohan was so faute in his reading. Oh, yeah. Oh, 100%. He did not have a clue what was going on. Everybody thought he was the invisible HOH there for a hot minute. Did Jed play Veto? I think so. I think Jed was playing in Veto. I think the Veto players, it was Ty, Tina, Tera, Bray, and Jed. I think those were the 5. Let's see, catch up on some other chat while Rohan has his interview with Julie. Or, not Julie. Why did I say Julie? It's not Julie. That's BBUS. Has his interview with Arissa, who is way better than Julie, to be honest with you. So I guess much like BB Community, I'm out and, probs just see the evictions, and that's it. Right? It's just like, you know what? We'll just show up for the eviction episodes, and after that, who cares what happens? Because you almost, at this point, like, you could, even though you don't know who's going to win HOH, you could almost tell what's going to happen next, right? If Tina or Tera win HOH, they will take a shot at the Triangle. If the Triangle win HOH, they will take a shot at, I guess, Tina and Tera. They'll leave Kiefer to do his own thing. And I think the final 5 will end up being something like Kiefer, Beth, Breydon, Ty and Jed, or Tina and Jed, or Tina and Ty. Something along those lines will be your final 5. It's very predictable from now on, and that's just not what you want to see anymore. I like the unpredictability. I want to see what's going to happen next and not know. But that's Big Brother for you, you know? It's these big alliances that happen. The only thing that I could see saving this is if Tina turns on the Jets, right? And Tina from now on is a bat out of hell, and she just plays hard, going for everything, and makes some big moves, gets out Ty and Jed or something like that. We almost need like a secret power. We need the ball pit to open up of some kind. We need something. We need something to happen to shake things up, right? We need that Twisto's twist, that Chevy power shift that Canada's known for. So hopefully, fingers crossed, something like that comes up. We were hoping that's what the Invisible HOH was going to be. Was that, oh, what's going to happen? But it just didn't end up being like that. Kind of a shame. So to recap what happened, Spicy V, she goes home, unanimous vote. Kiefer wins HOH. Ty wins veto. Rohan goes home with a unanimous vote. Kind of boring, right? Kind of boring. Not the epic double eviction that you always hope for when you go into it, where you don't exactly know who's going to stay and who's going to go. Let's catch up on some chat here before we end things. Beth White material, to be honest. Ooh, I don't know. Maybe. I could see, honestly, like Ty and Jed, or not Ty and Jed, Beth and Jed, continuing a relationship for a long time after. Let's see. Honestly, Big Brother has lost its magic. I don't remember the last season where I felt compelled to watch. And you know what? I kind of feel you on that, but the pre-jury of this season, like everything that happened before this double eviction has been awesome. This has been a season that really kind of relit my fire of my love and passion for Big Brother, because pre-jury this season was phenomenal. It's been some of the best Big Brother that I've seen in years. And it really kind of brought me back into it. We'll see what happens from now on, right? Now that it's officially jury time, we'll see how things end up going. I just want a Canada HOH now, says JD. Let's see. Don't think the Bermuda Triangle will get votes from Vic or Rohan. Yeah, right? Like, I think they're going to struggle in the end to get votes. But at the same time, I don't think they'll be bitter, right? Like, I don't think they'll be 100% bitter. You know what? I do not ever see a scenario where Rohan votes for Kiefer. Like, not a chance, right? So if it's anybody from the triangle against Kiefer, they win. They win, because Rohan just won't do it. He won't do it. Let's see. Beth versus Keith on the opposite side of the alliance. Beth parachute, Breydon TNT, Kiefer parachute maybe. Yeah, right. There's a lot of different scenarios that we could see, kind of happening, and people jumping and going, and it's going to be interesting on who wins this next HOH, right? I honestly, at this point, I don't want a Breydon HOH, because I feel like Breydon will just go with the triangle and be like, yeah, this is what we got to do. I don't want anyone from the triangle to win it, because I kind of want to see that broken up, right? I want to see the isosceles get split. I'd prefer it not to be Ty, because Ty is my favorite of those three. Yeah, a Tina. I want to see Tina win it, because I think she is the one who at least knows the game enough that she has to break that up, right? She would know that there's no scenario that is good for her where all three of those people are still in the game. It's just facts. So maybe Tina is my hope that we see as an HOH, because Bray just goes with it. Bray, I think he throws up like Kiefer and Tera, or Tina and Tera. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't do what we would want him to do. Ugh, it's rough. Let's see. I still think Rohan made his bed, and when he didn't use the veto to save Austin, right? That was tough. That was a tough call, because he didn't, like, I don't understand that either. I don't understand why he didn't use it. Because, yeah, you don't have any clue on who would go up, but how would it have been bad for him to use it that week, right? Like, it just, I don't see a scenario where if I was in Rohan's situation, I don't use it, right? Because as the veto holder, you're safe. You're not going up on the block. I don't know. That really was confusing from Rohan. Rohan wants Kiefer's forgiveness for early bullying. Yeah, right. And Kiefer, he wouldn't give it. He would not give it. And not only wouldn't he not give it, Kiefer seems to be holding the grudge on it, whereas Rohan's tried to get over it, at least. Manifest that Tina HOH, right? Let's see. If Rohan won this double, it would have been the opposite. And yeah, I kind of think so. I think Kiefer would have been maybe the one to go up. Potentially. Otherwise, if it wasn't Kiefer, it probably would have been like a Tera or a Tina maybe. Because here's the other thing. I don't know if Rohan would have put up the triangle. Right? Like, I don't know if he does that. It's weird. I hated that Rohan shouldn't be scared. Right? He should have just used the veto. I don't know why he didn't do that. That was his fate in the game right there. Because maybe if he uses the veto and somebody else has a chance to go up, maybe he's not home this week. But I think that's where I'm going to call it for tonight. Where I'm probably going to be hanging out, though, for the rest of the night is over on Twitch. Not my Twitch, but somebody that many of you might know. He goes by Capone on Twitch, but you would probably know him as Bruno from BBCAN 3 and BBCAN 5. And he has been streaming over on Twitch. I've been hanging out in his channel a lot, and it's a lot of fun. Here's a link to it. He's actually live right now. If you want to head on over there and go check him out, that's where I'm probably going to be hanging out for the rest of the night. Thank you guys all for joining me. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss a video, never miss a stream. Hit that like button if you enjoyed. We've got like 27 people in here, but only 7 likes. Pump those numbers up, baby. And as always, thank you guys for joining me. Like 3 Sheets Marie says here, great community. Thanks, bananas, right? Or great commentary. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. But we do have a little bit of a great community we're kind of building here. A lot of regulars that come on through. Hello here. They're chiming in with who was bullied who. Rohan bullied Kiefer in the storage room along with Kyle. There was that confrontation. And then from now on, after that, Kiefer's kind of bullied Rohan. It's kind of flipped. But yeah, we've kind of built a nice little community here. So thank you, everybody who's tuned in. Thank you for watching. And I will see you all next time. That music. There it is. There's that music. See you guys.
If you wanna save